After seeing The Flash, I too wish I could travel back in time so I can stop my past self from watching this socially inept creature bumble around for 2.5 hours. I didn't think it was possible, but Morbius actually has a contender for the movie of all time. And it also stars a creepy cult leader.
Just knock you out, and then you won't have to panic.
Right, you just gotta knock
You just
people
let me
out.
know.
Yeah.
No? Yes?
What?
I'm honestly surprised the movie made it to theaters with all its delays and circumstances. Like, how did this not get canned, but Batgirl did? It baffles me. It honestly does. I don't understand who's making all these decisions, but it's just stupid, man. It's just stupid, man. Just give me my Batgirl, man. Just give me her, please, please. I am glad, however, I seen this movie with a Cineworld card because I didn't waste any of my money on it. Just my time. So the actual plot of this movie of Barry having to go back or going back in time to change the past, I actually like that, and how it, the themes of it all shine through of how you shouldn't change your past and all that. I like that. It was good. That was decent. And for the plot, that's about it. That and the themes, that's all I really liked, and I liked how they showed that and everything about that. But yeah, this section's gonna be pretty short, I'm not gonna lie. I liked the Batman when they were fighting, and Affleck anytime he was on screen, except for when he was being really awkward with Wonder Woman. That was weird. I don't like that. Like, Batman's meant to be this suave billionaire playboy with like charisma coming out his ass, and he's like acting like a shy schoolgirl when Wonder Woman's about. That's kind of weird. I don't like that. Don't do Batman like that. Stop that. But this is the good. I also like Barry's mom. She was fun when she was around, she seemed like a lovely person. She acted well as a mom. And yeah, her goodbye, that was pretty sweet. It's probably because it involved the themes and stuff, and yeah, I just wish we got more of her so we could care about her more. Oh, and I gave Batfleck some closure. You can really tell I'm struggling to come up with things I liked about this movie and things I thought were good. But that's really it. Oh, and the Barry looking at his future self, or his past self's future self. It's kind of confusing, convoluted, but yeah, I like that. That was the only maybe good part with Ezra Miller. That was just Ezra Miller's. What's better than watching one crazed cult leader? Two crazed cult leaders. So yeah, the worst thing about this movie, it's Ezra. Ezra isn't a bad actor. They've done plenty of other good things in the past, but they just don't make a good Flash. Barry Allen isn't some socially challenged dweeb who has little to no interpersonal skills. Yeah, he can be a little awkward at times, but when he does, it has more charm to it. And there's plenty of moments where there's confidence to boot. But with Ezra, it just feels like it's not natural at all, and his social ineptness is not endearing. And to add on to this, there's past Barry, and oh my god. Oh my god, past Barry is something else entirely. Okay, socially inept, awkward Barry isn't the worst thing. Like, sometimes it's like when he's with Iris, it's the worst. But like when he's with like a Bruce Wayne or Supergirl and Michael Keaton, it's actually not that bad to watch. It's like you can get over it. But oh my god, past Barry. He's just a massive man-child who's incredibly obnoxious throughout the movie. So he just serves as a comedic relief, so when there's like any intensity or seriousness in a scene, it just falls so flat doing him constantly saying stupid shit. Like, for example, when Kara asks if they understand what the symbol on her chest means, for past Barry just to say Supergirl, when current Barry says Hope, and it's like at the same time, and it's just, oh my god. Me and my friend, we just burst out laughing when that happened, because it's like, this scene is meant to be like pretty like deep, like it's meant to be like, you know, it's meant to be like pretty like, oh damn, this scene's pretty, and like, you know, it's pretty like serious, you know, they're playing it all serious, and then past fucking Barry, brain dead Barry is like, oh man, Barry, shut the fuck up, I just want to punch him in his stupid little face. You know, modern day Barry had the right idea at the very beginning when he first met him and he like took him in his bedroom. Like he should have just clocked him out and like hit him in the cupboard, and that would have been, oh my god, that would have solved so many problems in this movie. But oh man, but they had to run about, the two of them, like Dumb and Dumber. That's what it was like. It was like Dumb and Dumber humor the whole time. There's no other way to describe it. I don't know, man. I just upsets me. You know, there's potential here. This concept, it's a great concept, has lots of potential, but it's just squandered by the amount of idiocy that plagues this movie of these two. I say these two like it's two separate people, but it's just Ezra Miller. It's just them. It's just them, man. Past Barry just feels like it's from a parody version of, like, you know, like that superhero movie. The dudes that did I think it was the 300 movie. Yeah, that one. That's where Past Barry feels like. He feels like he belongs in that movie. He just doesn't fit in this movie tonally. It's just the worst part about this movie, like, genuinely. This is also some of the worst CGI I've seen in a superhero movie since Black Panther. Man, we took them Xbox 360 graphics for granted, man. Come on. Give them back. Now we're getting Xbox original Nick Cage. Oh god. Oh man. Let Christopher Reeve rest, man. Don't bring his name and his legacy he had in the mud for a moment that will only serve to be on a Things You Missed video. Like, come on. Warner Brothers. What the fuck are you doing? This man is dead. This is like what Disney did to the actor for Tarkin. It's fucked up. They need to stop doing this. Another thing that this movie wastes is bringing back Michael Keaton. He has no arc or character development. His purpose is only to get people to come see the movie because they're curious how he's gonna fit into this mess. Also, this movie, just like the rest of this universe, does a terrible job at showing Batman being competent in the big final fight. The only contribution he makes is to just die. Like, that's actually it. It's just embarrassing. Like, you know, Batman, he's meant to be the smartest man in the Justice League, you know? And instead of like showing him use his intelligence in these like big fights to like outsmart the main villain, instead they just put him in like a giant robot suit or a giant robot thing or a plane and just shoot and do nothing. That's it. That's all Batman does, and it's really annoying and infuriating. Like, please just give us a competent Batman, please. Sasha Calle as Supergirl was also just squandered. Another poor actor who has promised to be great, ruined by bad writing. Like Keaton's Batman, there just wasn't anything that made her feel like a fully fleshed out character. She just felt like a plot device so Zod can harvest her DNA to like do the terraforming. What makes it worse is that Sasha in interviews is very passionate about this character and was one of the most promising things in the trailers that was like fresh and new. And I do hope she gets another chance to don the red and blue again, because it wasn't like, she's a good pick and she's passionate about the character, and like it's clear that she wants to do this, and it's just a shame that she's in this movie and she didn't have nothing to do really. The time travel in this movie is quite convoluted, which probably isn't a shock to anyone. So basically, Barry can travel back in time and change things which will alter the future. Okay, that's simple. But then doing so alters the past as well. Like before what he changed. Okay, now that makes no sense. But then it's described as universe jumping by Michael Keaton. Okay, that makes sense again. It's not time travel, it's multiverse jumping. Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. We know what the multiverse is. Then Barry decides to go back in time to stop the events of the movie happening and let his mother get killed to reset the timeline. Or jump back to his universe. Okay, makes sense. He does that, but makes one more little change to make it so his dad's seen on the CCTV camera. And the movie ends with the events of the present changing again, leaving us with George Clooney as Batman. Barry! Did you not learn your lesson in this movie? But wait, something to add on to this is, does that now make this a different timeline with events before and after the change Barry made being different? Shouldn't there also be 2 Barrys running about, since it's technically a different universe or timeline he's jumped to? It doesn't make any sense. It's the most confusing explanation for time travel or multiverse jumping that they could have done. I've tried making like a line graph explaining how this works, and this is it. Yeah, it's kind of a mess, but this is the best explanation you're gonna get, or kind of reasoning of how it works. It just doesn't make any sense, and I'm angry about it. I'm angry that I had to do this line graph to understand it, even if it doesn't make any sense. Something that's also quite funny is in most of the interviews for the movie, it's mainly Sasha and the director being involved. There's like no sight of their main lead, Ezra Miller. I just think it's so funny. I wanted to point it out. Even the producer is involved in these. Like, is that normal, having a producer do promo? I don't know. I don't really keep up with promo. A friend pointed out to me, so like I had to investigate, and yeah, it's mainly Sasha, Supergirl, and that's probably why like I expected more of her in the movie, because how much she's in promotional material. But it's probably because you don't want Ezra Miller. You can't have him with all these controversies being like promoting this movie. You can't have that. It'd just be really bad. Also, something else that's kind of took me out of the movie is because of the whole Ezra Miller controversies. Anytime he's like saying a line like that's kind of like about goodness and greatness and being responsible, it's hard not to laugh. Like the whole thing, I just keep on thinking of him like choke slamming that one person. That's all I think about when, like, you know, he's talking about that. Also, can we talk about the scene with the babies? What an absurd scenario. I can't tell if I was meant to laugh while he was saving them, because the way they presented it was with like all seriousness and oh my god, they're gonna splat on the pavement. But when they were falling, they didn't seem like they were in that much distress at all. Like, I swear one of them was laughing as well. And then the slow-mo kicks in, and oh my god, the CGI. That is what really got me. And also, Microbaby. Yeah, Microbaby is dead. That microwave was being moved at such fast speeds that the baby would have been bouncing from wall to wall, becoming a mushy paste by the time Barry opened it up. If Snyder was still involved in these movies, that baby would have definitely croaked. So yeah, that's my incoherent rant about the Flash movie. I hated it deeply, and I hope this is the last we see of Ezra Miller as the Flash. And just in general, honestly, I just fuck that dude, man. Fuck them.